Hello and welcome back. Let's learn a bit more Python. So we left off learning some simple concepts and simple statements. Let's learn some more. Specifically, we're going to learn about imports, decorators, and error handling in this video. We're going to learn a bit about imports, and a follow-up will happen in the next video. Today, we're going to look at how imports happen in Python versus JavaScript. In JavaScript, when we use things like date, the date object, right here, we can use it without actually importing date. That's because it's core to the language, it comes with it. In Python, you have to import certain things even though it's core and part of the language, like date time. And you can do so with this very simple statement, import. Now, the amount of things you can import with Python is basically endless, as a matter of saying, because the community has built so many packages that we can constantly use and leverage and do so with an easy command like pip install. Again, that's going to come up next video. But importing it is super simple, just the import statement and what you want to import, and using it can be demonstrated like so. Here it is, here's the method, and here's the function you can run. Now, let's move on to decorators. I guess we can talk about decorators right here. A decorator is something that looks like this. We have a concept in JavaScript, but it looks a bit different, so let's see how it relates to in JavaScript. In JavaScript, the concept of a decorator can be applied like so. Let's find it here. Action logger. It is basically middleware, a function that wraps a function and returns that function, and you can manipulate the function or attach an action to it. In this case, we're logging the fact that something happened, and we're logging when it happened and the arguments as well. And then when we have functions like add book, we wrap it in action logger. Here's the function itself. But in Python, you actually define a function that takes a function. And it looks a bit different because the implementation is like so. It's on top of the function that you want to wrap, basically. But the action is the same. You can append an action. In this case, you're logging what happened. And here is our interpolated string like we're used to. So that's a simple example of decorators in Python. Not so different, but something to keep track of. Then we can talk about error handling. We're used to try and catch statements. Very, very similar to these. So in our JS example, we have our try catch statements where we can catch the error and log it, right? This is very, very similar. Now we can say E is the exception, just an alias basically, so we can print it without having to write the whole thing. Not so bad. So that's decorators, exception handling, and imports. Let's stay tuned because we're going to learn a lot about imports, importing different packages made by other folks, and leveraging that functionality. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.